The name behind one of the biggest global brands, Jimmy Choo, originating from a shoemaking family, the renowned Datuk is no doubt a distinct designer with a lot of awards, certificates and honours. It was not only the late Princess Diana who generally adored Datuk Jimmy Choo's brand, but also a number of notable figures and celebrities. I'm Zahir Kelvinong Abdullah, and this is Money Matters. Hello and welcome to Money Matters. And yes, we have him right here in the studios, Datuk Jimmy Choo. Datuk, it's a pleasure having you with us on Money Matters.
Well, it's my big honor to be in Money Matters as well. It's my dream can be a program as well.
Thank you, Datuk. Thank you. Now, can I ask you first, why did you decide to move back to Malaysia?
Well, because after the COVID, I'm back from Malaysia. So Malaysia is more easy for me to travel different part of the world. I go to China, Philippines, Thailand, Japan, Korea. It's more easy for me as well. And my country as well. I think it's time for me, I should come back here. Spend more time with my country, my family as well here. See, that's why I decided to move back to Malaysia as well.
Okay. Now, looking back at how you started in Penang, because you learned your craft from your father, right?
Yes, right.
So, at that time, was it something that was forced on you by your father saying, Datuk Jimmy, this is what you need to learn in terms of the shoemaking business?
Well, my father always say to me, whatever anything you want to be successful, you cannot be forced. You know, just like martial art, you have to have a heart as well to feel I want to learn something as well. But in the old days, those days you haven't got the handphone, even the television is a plan as well. So when I finished school, finish your homework, I'm more going to watch my father, my uncle, my mom, how they make shoes as well. That's what I created interest.
Yeah, but initially I read that your father didn't allow you to make shoes until you were 11 years old or something like that?
No, I think what happens, they always think about when you have certain age, certain time, you know, so you'll be concentrated as well. But in the old day, a lot of children, when they're 12 years old, when they finish the standard 6, they're not further education. They all become learning all the craftsmanship as well. So my father said that's the right time. You know, you finish school. If you feel you want to, you can sit down and watch me how to designing shoe, how to making shoe as well.
Yeah. At that time, when you were doing shoemaking, did you have other interests as well, other than making shoes?
Well, those I'm same like normal kid. You know, like to go to swimming and climb tree, and you know, and you mix with some friend, go out. Sometimes when we're naughty, we fighting and play all that kind of thing as well. So it's normal. I'm like a normal children as well. Not much thinking about I want to do something as well. But I think making shoes is very interesting as well. Comfortable if you can design a pair beautiful shoe, comfortable, you know, and you can make someone happy. Same like doctor. If I can heal people. You know, this is a good thing as well. But I think if I'm a shoe doctor, I can heal people feet. That'd be great as well.
Yeah, what they say about shoes, it heals your soul.
That's right.
S-O-L-E.
Have to be comfortable. If you're not comfortable, nobody wear them. You know? That's why people always say, you know, when I get a pair of Jimmy Choo shoe, if you're very comfortable, it's all handmade. It's a one by one, you know. See each other, I measure the feet, doing the fitting for them, you see. So it's like if you can make a pair of comfortable shoe and look great, and everyone feel good as well.
Right. So it was well documented as well that your parents moved to the UK to support what you were doing. Was this a very big risk to do then?
I think, well, in the old days, if you think about it, because in Malaysia, they're not big businessmen. We just have a small shop, you know. Father doing a couture, you know, measure up all the lady and men and make shoe for them. You see, you do save a lot of money, but we are not poor. We feel proud because we work hard. We earn all the penny ourselves. You see? So when they serve all the money, they go to London and stay with me. And my mom say, look, after you finish your study now, start your own, you know. So not many parents will say, look, start your business and all that.
True.
You just finish school, you know, you must have an experience and all that.
Right, right.
But I have an experience in Malaysia. In the Penang, I worked with my father for many years. So my mom said, look, I give all my savings, go and start your business and go and look for a workshop and all that.
Was it more difficult, you think, if you started off in the UK? Because obviously in Penang, your parents already established their business in Penang. So doing it in London, I'm sure it would be more difficult, right?
That would be very difficult as well. What happens if you haven't got a reputation, if you have a name and a label, you definitely cannot make it as well. Nobody comes. Right? When I first started my business in the Metropolitan Hospital, in the old days, the hospital was all empty, you know. I think in those days, like Margaret Thatcher at the time, right? All the hospital closed down, so the hospital become empty, you see. So one of the organizers, she will give me a room, and we start over there. But imagine a hospital, not many people go to hospital, but you know, buy shoe for me. Right. You know, some scarecrow and all that kind of the story. Right. But we set up. I think more importantly to have a confidence.
Confidence, yeah?
Yeah, the confidence. You have to think, if I definitely can make it. Maybe not big name. Maybe I'll become all over where everyone know I'm Jimmy Choo. But you have to try yourself. If you have that kind of skill, honest yourself, definitely you can make it.
Right. What was very interesting as well, that you got your big break, let's say in, if I'm not mistaken, let me check here, 1988 during London Fashion Week.
Yep.
And Vogue magazine basically decided to feature you. So how did they decide to feature you at that time?
Well, those days, I think it's very lucky as well. Beginning, I was making, because when I'm making, came out the business in the first month, it's nobody turned up. Second month, third month, 6 months, nobody come, you know. So how to survive? A lot of people get fed up. I'm not going to do anymore. I'm going to work in the restaurant and get more money, get good food and all that, you know. But I say to myself, if you cannot make it, what's the reason? Because you haven't got reputation. You haven't got a brand yourself. So until I make it some cheaper sandal. The cheapest sandal I can sell. I'm making £5, £6 in the Saturday market. You're selling Petticoat Lane, Elephant Castle. You sell so many. The money keep me going. They support me to do a London Fashion Week. And lucky I got 2 ladies came to me, asked me designing shoe for them. Unfortunately, it's not a fashion show, you know. When you do a fashion show, you're more exposed. More people see a thing. But when you have a show, the shoe for designer, they only show in the stand. You know, the stand. So people passing by, if they see something nice, they'll order them. So the chances, not that great as well. But I said to myself, if I have a chance, I must design something never seen before.
Right.
Idea, how to break the story, let people see the buyer, the press were interested in my design.
Right.
So I had a design come out, some good idea, but that time was spring, summer. If it autumn, winter, it'll be difficult as well. Because autumn, winter, it's all designed black, everything black. Those say, you know, Japanese design all came out black. So if you go to all the magazine, all the editor, fashion show, everyone wearing black. I'm a fashion man. I'm a fashion lady, all black.
Now, Jimmy, hold that thought. When we come back, I'll ask you about the relationship that you have with the celebrity. So don't go away. We're here with Datuk Jimmy Choo. Stay tuned. We're with our very special guest today, Datuk Jimmy Choo. Now, Datuk, one thing about your brand is that many royalties and celebrities came to know of your brand, like your relationship with Princess Diana and your shoes being mentioned so much in Sex and the City as well. How did this basically help you?
Well, it helped me a lot because if you're talking about the late Princess Diana, the whole world know about her as well. And whatever she do, whatever she wear, you know, the next day the press all came out. See? So it helped me a lot as well because she's very elegant, beautiful, you know. So whatever she wear, whatever she dressed, definitely the press will mention as well. So every time she wear my shoe, people say, "Oh, shoe by Jimmy Choo" and all that thing as well. But I also had to thank another, you know, those pop star, film star, royal family as well. They also wear my shoe to help me, to give me a chance, you know, to promote my label thing.
Now, looking forward from that, moving along, you have set up your Jimmy Choo Academy, right?
Yeah.
So why did you decide to do that?
Well, I used to be working with UAL, you know, and the British Council as well for many, many years in the old days. They always took me to China, Korea, India, Japan, whatever they think about, promote the education. You know why? I'm a Malaysian. I'm Malaysian Chinese. If I can make my label, make my reputation, everyone can go and make their own reputation as well. Right? So in the old days, they took me to different countries, India, everywhere. So I think about myself. If one day I can set up my school, so I can more involve, you know, I can more give them an idea what I want to be, give back to the young generation. You see, that's why I hope. But I met my partners, Steven Smith. So he said to me, "Hey Jimmy, I've been in education for many, many years, you know. So how about we set up a school together?" That's how we do it. But we've been talking quite some time as well.
Right.
It's not easy. Just say, no, next year we start a school. Then you have the planning and all that thing. You need to have a license. You have to have a government approve and all that thing as well.
Are you going to be very hands-on where the school is concerned?
Well, I'm go down there, you know. I was there 4 times a year. I talk to the students, share my experience with them, show them how I draw my shoe, you know, how I do my fashion show and all that. So you have to talk to them. Not only teach them how to be designer and all that, you must teach them how to be a person, how to respect people, how to responsibility as well. All these things you have to tell them first before they learn how much design. So have to be nice people. Promise you have to do it. Yeah. If you don't promise, you don't do it, you see? So it's very important. That's why when I promise my customer the shoe will be ready, they'll be ready. You have to promise people to deliver as well, see? Nice to people, never get jealous. I told my students, you mustn't get jealous what people copy you as well. You share your idea. You think about JCA, the student, not only from London. JCA students all from different parts of the world. Because my reputation, I want them to love each other, to share the vision. Just like country to country, we help each other, we promote each other. We have an economy to turn around our country. We want them to learn to have a love, to care about each other. So when they finish school, they set up a school, they already have all the network.
It's very interesting that you said that, Datuk, because the thing is, you talk about country to country as well. So you're also a tourism ambassador for Malaysia.
Yep.
So what is your appointment in terms of promoting Malaysia?
No, I've been working for 8 years, working with 3 ministers, you know. I remember the first time Tan Sri Yan came to London and said, "Jimmy, you know, is it possible we can work together, promote Malaysia, you know, let more people come to country, see our beautiful country. We've got so many islands in Malaysia as well, you know. Everything you talk about, good food, you know, fashion, you know, resort, everything you want to invest in the country, everything in Malaysia." So I said to Tan Sri Yan, okay, it's my privilege, you know. So I moved with Yan, we promote country, we do a lot of shoe, we do for 5 years, do the shoe exhibition in the country as well. There are a lot of people come to the country. Then I follow and working another 2 ministers as well. But although now I'm still promote my country, I'm a Malaysian. I still hold my Malaysian passport. People ask me, you say you came for 40 years now, are you become a bit? No, I love. If you're not because of UK, London, I won't be here today as well. The education, the teacher, you know, I had to thank them. But I'm still Malaysian. I feel proud as a Malaysian, you know. So I want to promote my country wherever I go. I talk, I'm a Malaysian, I'm a Datuk Jimmy Choo, you know.
But
My
other
country is so
than,
great.
getting a datukship from Malaysia, the British government have also given you an award. They've given you the OBE.
OBE,
So
OBE
I'm
as
sure
well,
that
from
was
Queen.
a big honor as well, right?
Well, I'll be honest as well. I'm thank you to the late Queen, you know. I remember those days myself, Pearl Brosnan, the James Bond, you know, man, and the David Beckham. The same year, we all get the OBE.
Okay.
But then we had to work hard to keep back to the country as well, you know, to thanks to the family, to thanks the people who support us to give us the OBE thing.
Right. Can we move on to online sales? Because everyone now is turning to this, online sales. But for high-end fashion, right, wouldn't this category of customers be more comfortable if they were to buy all this in person other than looking at the high-end merchandise online?
I think what we did during the COVID, the time, you know, we also do things online. We also do the fashion show in Barcelona, you know. And you know, you have to do something. Otherwise, you sit there at home, look, COVID now cannot do anything, get fed up and all that. You know, you must move on and do something as well. But for the couture business, I think it'll be slightly a bit different because couture business is person to person. They pay so much money for you. They feel the touch as well. So maybe the customer before, when we work with them, you know, they have a couture, you know, they have all the size, everything. So when we do online, they can look at our garment and design everything. They can order online as well.
Right.
So do things as well. But couture, I think, not too suitable for online.
Okay.
If you have a customer before, you have all the size, online they can choose a design. That will be okay as well.
Right. But, you know, talking about online as well, because as you know, during COVID, a lot of people changed their business plan. So for you, did you have to change your business plan because of COVID?
Well, I changed my business plan. We do online show as well. We do online in the Barcelona, Dubai. I'm not there, but I talk to my vision, my idea, and all that. They just film my whole thing when they do the show. They know they can do the TV on the TV channel and all that as well.
Now, projects in China, I think it's quite important for you as well. So how do you see business there in China?
Well, China is a big country as well. China always, everyone, whenever they do production, they're looking for China as well, I think. So I've been traveling China for many years, you know, over 20 odd years. So my parents came from China as well, I think. But I have a lot of students from China as well. They're a big market. They're willing to learn. They're willing to accept people as well. So China is a big market. I think another 10 years, 20 years, there will be, you know, a lot of people want to be over there because it's a big country, big force. You think about manufacturing, everybody will go to China as well. They set up the factory there. In the old day, you know, people go there, set up a factory to get them knowledge, get them the craft, get them idea. China people learning so quick. I have many friends, they have a factory. They do production, beautiful. If you're talking about shoe and all that, clothing as well, China's catch up. Why? Because the European people all go there.
Right.
All over the people go there to teach them. Because of fast, everything production, they do it so quick. You know, they're quite economic as well. You know, you don't have to pay tax in a country. If you do things, you pay a lot, isn't it? So they don't know holiday, you just buy things from there. You know, people are willing to learn. More important, China, a lot of people, they're willing to learn. Big country. That's why they can turn things up so quick as well.
Right. Hold that thought, Datuk Jimmy. We've just got to go for our final commercial break. We'll be back right here with Datuk Jimmy Choo. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Money Matters. We're here with Datuk Jimmy Choo. Now, Datuk Jimmy, with everyone anticipating a global economic slowdown, will this affect the fashion industry?
Well, to me, I never feel thing or slow down. See, you have to keep on come up with some idea, you know, how you push your brand, how you push the idea for people. Like me, I came back now, after the COVID, now the country opened. So many people approach me, you know, can we work with you? Can you go to different country? Can you do that as well? So you must come up with some idea. You talk to people. That's why I'm very lucky. I'm in the money program. Money matters. Eh? So people can listen to my vision, what I want to do as well. You have to keep them forward. You have to give them some new idea. So let people know what I'm doing as well. Eh? If you just asked me a question before, why you had to move back to Malaysia? I moved back to Malaysia because it's a chance for me to move on different country. If I'm saying in London, I'm in London, just a Europe country. My vision, I want to go to a different country. I want to go back to ASEAN, Asia country. You know, I want to tell them what I can do for them. Before I came back a few months ago, I was in London. I went to the school, talked to the children. They said to me, can you come to my school, boarding school? They got 6 years old, 12 years old, 18 years old. So when I talk to them, I can find out so many interesting, all the children and all that. The headmasters also say, thank you, Jimmy, you know, we want you to come back as well. But if I can successful, you know, talking in a school, I can talk to an Asian school. I can talk to a lot of school, go different country. I'm a Malaysian, I can talk to them, I'm Jimmy Choo. You know, I made myself, you know, people know me a little bit. I can talk to them, tell them my experience, you know, talk to, you know, one of the child from Penang go to London study, haven't got connection at all. Not big, wealthy family. Why I can make it? But I still carry on. So I can use my experience, I go different parts of the world. That's what I want.
Which is interesting as well, Datuk, because let's talk about the longevity of the brand, because many high fashion brands have sort of lost their shine, so to speak, or even closed down. So what is the formula of staying relevant in the fashion industry?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You have to keep on coming up with ideas. Right? You have to move the idea. Maybe you think about, okay, my design, my business is not doing well. You can think about idea, employ somebody working with you. See you get some good designer, top designer who have a branded name, working with them. Even though if you don't spend some money, you never get the big money come back yourself. Right? You must get somebody.
Right.
Just my nephew, he said to me, I'm going to start my business, you know, wedding dress, everything. I haven't got the name. I work hard. You go work hard yourself. See whether you can make it or not. You have to have the brand name.
Yes.
You have to know what to do, know how to talk to people, the vision, the story. Right? Not work hard can I'm successful. Tell it 100%. I work hard myself. Everyone can work hard. They can make it, they cannot make it. You need to have the brand. Once you're a brand, you can make it. If you don't got a brand, you also can make it. But then financial has to be very important. The teamwork has to be important as well. So you need a figure man to help you to push your labor, your business. That's very important as well. They change your mind.
Right.
Not because they're no good. I'm no good now. You know, what would you? The bank won't have money. People, you know, cannot borrow money anymore. But you have to have a good idea. If you haven't got a big idea, big story, who's going to support you? Nobody support you.
Right.
You know, if you have Jimmy Choo with you, Kevin, we can do a big thing coming back.
For sure.
You know, a
sure.
big thing for education, for the country as well.
But looking at what you've done, have you been really satisfied with the way your business has been growing and improving?
No, I never satisfied yet. My father always said to me, if you're satisfied now what you're doing, you know, you got so much, wherever you go, people love you and all that. It's not yet. You must learn, you never stop. Once you stop, you're behind. You're backward, you see. You go forward. Whatever you think about, every time I sleep, I do think I think. I think more idea than what I've done think before. Because I was thinking I want to travel all over the world. Tell them my country, tell them my education, tell them my, not say successful story, at least 50% I think I go forward as well. You never say, oh, I'm successful now, I'm happy. People ask me, you don't need to work, Jimmy, you're happy. You know, people say, you know, endorse this, endorse that, you got a lot of money, you see. But it's not. I want to work hard. I want to keep back the society. I want to train the young people as well. That's why I have a school. That's why I come back to Malaysia. I want to keep back to my country as well.
Yes, it's been a pleasure having you on the program, Datuk Jimmy. Thank you very much.
Well, it's not everybody have the kept the privilege to be a money mentor.
No,
So
it's not everyone that gets the privilege of interviewing you. Thank you
I
for
talked to
being on
my
the
teacher,
program.
say, go on, you can talk to Karen.
Thank you, Datuk Jimmy,
Thank
for
you,
being on the
Aman.
program.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do join us the same time next week for more money insights that matter. I'm Zahir Calvinong Abdullah. Stay safe.